Hey guys and girls, my name is Alan and welcome to today's video. I hope you're having a good Saturday so far. It is of course the weekend once again. I have no idea why this year is going so fast. It is already almost halfway through April. I mean, 3 months of this year already gone, first quarter's down. We're into the final 3 quarters of this year now. It's just mental. Easter soon. I do like Easter. Probably my second favourite season of the year. Christmas being the first. I don't know, it just brings back nice memories. I think I talk about it every year, but I really do like Easter. The whole... Obviously Easter eggs. I don't eat a lot of chocolate, but I do like Easter eggs, and I don't know, just everything about it's just nice. I don't know, and obviously the transition between spring and summer as well. It's just a nice season. I really like it. It feels really fresh, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so earlier in the week I did talk about the fact that I was going to play another game with some friends, some old friends, and I did. We started playing Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, and so I did stream that to my Twitch channel. And Big T, obviously, Ty, he streamed it as well. And yeah, I mean, we're just getting into it. It's early days, obviously. We're just, we're learning the game. Me and Tommy have already played the game, but Big T hasn't. So we're just teaching him the ropes and just getting to the point where we're obviously gone past the learning stage and now we're about to do the main missions and stuff. So yeah, if you fancy checking us out live sometime, we do stream. I think, well, our schedule's sort of up in the air at the moment, but as soon as I get one nailed down, I'll probably tweet it out, or maybe even put it on my Twitch channel, to be honest, because I do have like a little section where I say when I'm going to stream and stuff, so I might update that accordingly. But for now, yeah, so I will archive it on my Twitch channel. I've decided I'm not going to upload it to my YouTube Players channel because it would take far too long. It would probably be easier if I just stream straight to YouTube, but I'm settled on Twitch. Well, I say settled on Twitch. I'm a bit more comfortable with Twitch because I spent more time on Twitch. If I ever get to the point where I start to grow, then I might start streaming on both. I might even stream exclusively on YouTube just because it's easier for certain games, especially for long walkthroughs. I don't really want to have to export and import and render and upload again. So I might in the future do my plays on YouTube, and then obviously just like Fortnite and other multiplayer stuff on Twitch. But we'll see. That's way in the distance for us to think about it right now. Okay, so the gameplay you're about to watch or watching is a bounty hunter match on the map New Devon, and it's again a legacy piece of gameplay, very old, but I was watching this match back and it's actually, I think it's, well, obviously I wouldn't have posted it if it wasn't very entertaining, but I do work in this game and it's a bit rough at the start, and it's a tough fight. Like we go back and forth quite a lot with the enemy team, but then I sort of pick it up a bit, and I think these are the sort of matches where it's annoying, but if you stick with it and you learn how the enemy play and then you adjust to that and you start beating them at how they play, oh, it's a really good feeling, really nice feeling. And well, I won't spoil the result, but I said I do really well, and you can probably tell that from the KD that I posted in the title. Alright, so I don't think there's any more miscellaneous stuff. Fortnite had sort of a semi-big update early in the week. I've still been playing quite a lot of that on my Twitch channel, and I've been posting a lot of videos of late. Like I've done over a week now on the bounce, and I'm approaching 2 weeks on the bounce. That's a pretty decent milestone for myself. I mean, I struggle with consistency. Like my times are not the same all the time when I post videos, and I know that's still something I need to work on. But the fact that I'm posting videos every single day, at least one video every single day for over a week now, is pretty impressive for me. And approaching the 2 week mark, so I'm hoping to beat that soon. I think it'll be Monday or something when we get 2 weeks, or Tuesday. And so I'm hoping to continue that. And then after that, it'll be 3 weeks, and then potentially an entire month of non-stop uploads every day. Obviously, a lot of it's Fortnite, and I will be doing other games going forward. But for now, I have a lot of Fortnite footage and a lot of good Fortnite footage to share. So that's why I'm sharing that with you guys and girls. I think the most recent set of videos I've posted is a PB win streak that me and Rudy and Tom and some other various people set. Obviously, I didn't post it all in one video because that would have been really long, but I posted it over the course of several days, and yeah, it's just a nice streak to be able to achieve. It's a personal best that I've had in play for a very long time. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to surpass it, so the original streak still technically stands, but the fact that I haven't matched that streak in over a year, so that's kind of cool. I didn't actually post the first time I set the streak, and that's on my Twitch channel, but the footage is really old now, so as I said in those videos, technically it's still the same win streak, it's just more relevant footage, so that's why I decided to share that. So I'll link one of those videos on the screen now. I will also link it in the description below, just in case you haven't seen it yet. And speaking of PBs, there's actually another set of videos that's going to go out probably next week now. Again, me and the squad, we set another PB. And again, this PB's been standing for almost the same amount of time, I would say. But I'll talk more about that in that video coming up next week, so stay tuned. Alright, so I think that's everything miscellaneous I wanted to talk about. Time to crack on with my US trip recap. I think today's video will be the final episode. I'm going to try and squeeze everything in to the remainder of this gameplay. That's not a lot I want to talk about. There's a lot of little things I want to talk about, but nothing major. I'm just going to try and squeeze it all in, just rush through it and get it done in today's video. Right, so in the previous video, I covered some other touristy stuff that we did while in California. These were the last few days, basically, of the trip. And one of the things that we did was go to like a rose garden thing. We went to the coast, saw some seals, and what else did we do? Went to Redwood Forest, which was near the coast, and saw some big trees. And actually, one of the things I did while I was there, and I didn't mention it, was I actually opened Pokemon Go. And I know, save your criticism for later. But the reason why I did it was because while I was over in America, I was trying to catch one of the region exclusives. Now, if you don't play Pokemon Go, in different areas of the world, they have certain Pokemon that only spawn in those areas. So, well, I say areas, like the country. So, in the US, they have Tauros, which is one of the original 151 Pokemon. And I've been I said been trying. Obviously, one of the things that I wanted to do when I was over in America was to try and catch one of these Tauruses. And eventually, I caught one. And I caught one where I was at the seals. Funnily enough, there was a couple of gyms there, a couple of Pokestops there, and I managed to see a Tauros on the little map thing. And I caught it. And that was my first and only Tauros that I saw while in America, and I obviously managed to catch it. And yeah, so it's sitting in my collection, sitting pretty, and I'm very close to completing the original 151 actually. I said that once I did that, I would probably stop playing the game. I'm now only missing a couple. I don't really know if you particularly care, but I'm going to say anyway. So I'm missing 2 Pokemon. I need to go to Australia, or send someone to Australia to catch me a Kangaskhan. And then I need to get an invite to one of the Mewtwo raids, which is never going to happen because I don't really have a lot of friends on Pokemon Go because I don't really play it. And I don't really raid. I don't raid at all. So yeah, that's going to be an issue. So unless something else happens with Mewtwo, I don't think I'm ever going to complete the collection. I think it's more likely that I'm going to go to Australia before I get invited to an X-raid to take on a Mewtwo. I still do occasionally play on the bus to and from work because it's just something to do. Before Pogo, I used to just sit there, look out the window, but I kind of have something to do now on the bus. Anyway, moving on from that. Right, so at my aunt's house, I've already talked about this, but they have a lot of like exotic plants and stuff like that because obviously it's a hot climate. And one of the really cool things I saw when I was over there were hummingbirds. Now, to them, hummingbirds pretty common, right? They visit every day, sort of thing. But as someone who lives in the UK, I've never seen a hummingbird in my back garden, right? So to see that was really cool, I thought. And what's even cooler is that just outside the bathroom window, there's this potted plant, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's quite an iconic plant. And the hummingbirds seem to go there to eat or something, to feed on the nectar or whatever it is they do. And they'll visit a couple of times a day. So one of the really cool things that I saw when I was over there was when I was in the bathroom taking care of business, you'd see this hummingbird just come to the plant and just eat some stuff and then just fly off again. Oh, it was so cool. And I think at some point I might have heard a woodpecker as well, because there was this funny noise and it didn't sound like it was machinery, but I was told by my aunt that there were woodpeckers in the area, so it's possible I heard a woodpecker doing whatever it's doing to a tree. But I didn't quite get to see one, unfortunately. Or did I? I can't remember. I might have seen it but not recognised it, you know what I mean? But it would have been nice to be able to record an actual woodpecker in the garden, like attacking a tree or doing whatever it's doing. But yeah, it's just stuff like that that's really cool to see when you're abroad, you know? Stuff that you wouldn't otherwise see in your own back garden in the UK. What else did we do? Oh, so my aunt does have a load of fruit trees. Again, I've already talked about this. And one of the trees that's quite common over there is lemon trees, which obviously in the UK, not everyone has got one in the back garden, right? So we actually managed to pick a few fruits to eat. One of the afternoons, we picked a bunch of lemons and we made some homemade lemonade. Now, this actually brings back a kind of funny story. When I was younger, my cousin who lives in America, this is the person who got married actually, funnily enough. She came over to visit when she was a kid, and we had, I think it was like 7-Up or something. Obviously, we call that lemonade because that's obviously, you know, that's just what it is. And she drank it and she was really confused. She's like, why is it fizzy? And obviously we got talking at the time, and it turns out that in America, lemonade doesn't necessarily mean it's fizzy. It's just lemon that's been made into a juice. That's their version of lemonade. So when they say homemade lemonade, they mean like, you know, fruit off a tree, mix it with water, sugar, whatever. That's their lemonade. Whereas in the UK, I've always assumed lemonade to be fizzy lemon flavored water, lemonade. I don't know how it's come about, but in the UK, anything that ends in aid is sort of, that's fizzy, right? So you got cherry aid, you got orange aid, whatever. That's fizzy drink of that flavored juice. But in America, it's slightly different, apparently. So that was kind of funny. And yeah, it's just really nice. And again, I took a load of pictures of the process. So, you know, we chopped it up. As I said, we mixed in a bit of water just to dilute it a little bit, and add a bit of sugar according to taste. And it's just nice to just sit in the sun on the decking with this homemade lemonade and just drink it. And yeah, I took a few pictures. Don't know as and when I'm going to post them to Insta. Did I post any to Insta? I don't think I posted any to Insta. I don't think so, but I got some really nice pictures. One day, who knows, maybe one day. Whenever I go on a trip, or well, whenever someone in the family goes on the trip, so me, my sister, or my parents, we try and bring back magnets of the places we've been to. That's sort of a thing now. And my sister travels a lot, so she's got loads and loads of magnets. And when I went to Mexico, I bought one. When I went to San Francisco, the city, I was going to buy one, but I didn't because the prices were extortionate. And I thought I could pick one up at some other point. Unfortunately, I did not manage to get one before I returned home to the UK. So I don't have a San Francisco magnet. However, what I did do as an alternative was one of the days we went for a walk and there was an army surplus store, and I thought, just because obviously we don't have it, well actually no, we do have those sort of stuff in the UK, but not quite as common as they are in America. So I decided to just walk in there, just have a look, and there's all these like uniforms and just like proper like camping stuff, like proper hardcore camping stuff. And it's just really interesting, like pretty cool to see this sort of place. And obviously they sold like weapons and stuff as well. And I was planning to take some pictures, but I didn't think it was appropriate to take pictures. It didn't seem right, so I browsed instead. It's just more interesting more than anything else. And you can buy like all this used gear and stuff. And one of the things I saw were these like, you know, the arm patches and stuff. So you can have like insignias like sewn into your uniform. I thought it'd be pretty cool just to get one of those as a little reminder. So I bought one of those. It was like, again, I could probably just post a picture of it, but it's an eagle like with a holding a flag, or was it on the background of an American flag or something? Just really American, like proper American, this badge thing that I bought. It wasn't cheap either, but I decided to buy one of these because I didn't have a magnet for San Francisco, and also it was just a reminder of the trip in general. But ironically, it cost probably about as much as the magnet that I could have bought in San Francisco, so I might as well just bought that, and then maybe I wouldn't have bought this, I don't know. But yeah, it's just a nice little souvenir, but expensive souvenir to say the least. What else? I'm sure there's some other stuff I'm missing. Right, oh yes, so on the night time, obviously you could watch American TV, but I'm not really a fan, to be honest with you. I remember when I was younger and we went to visit America, and I obviously watched a bit of TV there. Just the whole, like, the amount of adverts you get while watching TV and the style of adverts is just, I just can't stand it. Like, I don't like adverts anyway in the UK, but the way that it's handled in America is just, I just don't understand. But obviously they don't know any better, right? This is what they're used to. But as a Brit coming over, the style of adverts are annoying as hell. And then the way they place the adverts, so they'll have like the short like 2-minute intro advert, and then like 2 minutes before the end of the episode advert. What's the point? Who's gonna like? I don't know. It's just really weird to me and really annoying. So we didn't watch a lot of TV. Not that there was much I was interested in anyway. Some of the family were just watching things like Netflix and stuff. But one of the things that we did do, which is kind of nice, was at night time we'd play like card games. And one of the games that we played was, it's called, well, I don't know what the official name is, but we call it 13 because everyone gets 13 cards and you play. And we play for money, not a lot of money, just like, I think it's like 5 cents a card. So if you lose however many cards you got left, you pay that amount of money. And I was up the first few nights, but then as the rest of the week went on, I was losing. I mean, I was losing big time. I wasn't running up like massive debts or IOUs or anything, but I was losing to the point where I had to break into notes, you know, so it's no longer change, I had to break into notes. That's how much I was losing, and I don't enjoy losing, especially losing money. So the last few nights weren't great in terms of the card games, but it was still fun. It was just, you know, it's just nice to hang with the family and just, yeah, just, I don't know, reminisce about old stuff, I suppose. Alright then, so that's all the time I've got for in today's video. I don't actually have time to finish talking about everything I wanted to talk about, so there's going to be another part next week, but it will probably only be like half a video because I really don't have much left to talk about. Shame I couldn't get it all covered today, but it was nice to just talk about stuff that we did while I was over there anyway. I think because I got sidetracked about that Pokemon thing, that's why I ran out of time, otherwise I might have been fine. But hopefully you enjoyed the story anyway, and of course the gameplay as well. If you did, consider tapping the like button, I really do appreciate it. And as always, if you've got any thoughts regarding anything to talk about or anything you've seen in the gameplay, do let me know in the comment section below. As I said, plenty more Fortnite footage to come during the week. I will be playing Borderlands with the boys again, I think potentially tomorrow. I think that's when we're scheduled to do our next session. So if you're free and you want to check me out live sometime, links on the screen for my Twitch channel, also in the description below as well. And as I said, I play a variety of games. At the moment it's Fortnite, Borderlands. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later.